Good evening, one and all. It is once again Ted the Speedlearner, and I want to talk to you about my journey today. I misread my map, and what happened was I came in off of 7236. Okay, 7236 connects Decatur and Springfield, Illinois, and I came off of 7236 and connected with I55. Now I went to I55 North, and I went up to another interchange which took me to Sangamon Avenue, and I took Sangamon Avenue straight on across to a place called Calvary Cemetery. Okay, and right below Calvary Cemetery is yet another cemetery called Oak Ridge Cemetery, and right across the street from Calvary and Oak Ridge Cemetery is Lincoln Park. I found the park, I found Calvary Cemetery, I found Oak Ridge Cemetery, I even found Lincoln's tomb. I also found North 1st Street. North 1st Street is the street that separates Lincoln Park from Calvary Cemetery and Oak Ridge Cemetery. Now, North 1st Street cattywampus into East Black Street. And finally, East Black Street then becomes North 3rd Street. Okay? Now, on East Black Street, there's supposed to be a Abraham Lincoln sign, and it's supposed to be entitled Surveyor Presidents. I've been there, it ain't there. Okay, if somebody finds it, that'd be great and fantastic, because I'm telling you what, I was there and I never saw it. Okay, so that was one disappointment. Now, when you go down to 3rd Street, you're supposed to climb onto Eastman Avenue, and from Eastman Avenue you're supposed to go onto Monument Avenue, and when you get there you're going to be right in the very front of a cemetery. Okay, and this cemetery is called the Oak Ridge Cemetery. This is where Lincoln's tomb is. Now, I did videotape Lincoln's tomb, and you're going to see this later on in this video, but there's supposed to be another sign that says Lincoln's Final Journey. It's not there. I went all the way around that thing. It is not there. Period. Okay? Now, there's a third sign. If you go down Monument Avenue to Grand Avenue, and you take Grand Avenue to MacArthur Boulevard, you're going to find an Illinois National Guard building, and at the end of the street you're supposed to also find a Lincoln sign entitled Lincoln the Leader. It's not there. I went down that whole street, went all the way to the end of the street, looked all the way around. It's not there. It's that simple. It's just not there. So I was really disappointed. Anyway, I went back onto Grand Avenue, went back up onto 1st Street, went all the way back up to Sangamon Avenue, and went back onto 55, and took 55 south. Now, the thing was, I turned off on the wrong place, and it ended up going to Jacksonville instead of to East Lakeshore Drive. So, when you're taking the road, you'll see a sign that says 55 St. Louis and 7236 Jacksonville. Do not take the Jacksonville. Keep going on the left. Go to St. Louis. What you're going to do is, as you continue on 55 south, okay, you're going to go on 55 south, and I'm going down this map here, so bear with me. This is the Google map, and it does have some errors. I can tell you that right now. But as you go, you're going to come off on an exit called East Lakeshore Drive. Okay? And when you do, you're going to get on East Lakeshore Drive, and what you're going to be looking for, believe it or not, there are two signs out there. You're going to be looking for Lincoln Memorial Garden Nature Center. Lincoln Memorial Garden Nature Center. I found one of the two Lincoln landscape signs. I will show that in just a minute on my channel, so you'll be able to see that. Now, I did not go far enough up on East Lakeshore Drive this time. I should have gone further up. I didn't. I ended up going the opposite direction, and that was a big mistake, and therefore I missed the other sign. I will be going back to Springfield one of these days, and I will pick up the other sign. It's out there, trust me. If I found one, the other one has to be out there as well. Now, what they show on Google Maps and what I'm going to show you in my presentation, little different. Okay, not a lot different, but a little different. You're going to be looking for a couple of rocks, and you'll see it when I show you the whole video. Okay, but those two signs are there. Now, I went back up on 55 South and went onto an exit that takes, it's Route 29. Okay, you're going to go on the Route 29 exit to Taylorville. Now, this Route 29 actually comes down through a city called Rochester. And I went to Rochester and I got one of the Abraham Lincoln signs. Okay, believe it or not, I actually did. And I'm going to go down here. And I know I'm talking a lot. But the Rochester sign, if you go to East Main Street, okay, you're going to find a street, okay, it's between East Main Street and Illinois 29. It's called John Street. And believe it or not, there's the sign. You'll see this later in the video. And it's there. Okay? So, my mistake was that after that, the sun was going down. I was running out of time. I was already frustrated because I admit that there was 3 signs I could not find in Springfield. So, what I should have done is instead of turning right to the Rochester Middle School, I should have turned left, and had I done so and followed West Main Street, I would have found the other sign. I plan to do that. Okay? Now, that brings me to Taylorville. There are 4 signs in Taylorville. 3 of them are in the town square, real easy to find. But there's a 4th sign. And you're saying, they're going, well, where is this 4th sign? I will show you this 4th sign eventually. It was just too dark for me to show it to you. Alright? So, what happened was, I actually went to Taylorville. There is a connection between Route 29 and Route 48. At that connection is a Super 8 motel. At that motel, you will find the old Christian County Courthouse. Now, you're going to have to be careful because the driveway to the old Christian County Courthouse has potholes, and I hit one. Thankfully, I was going very, very slowly, or it would have really smashed up my car. But when you get up there, right at the front gate, there is another Abraham Lincoln sign. When it's more light, I will videotape it. Okay? Like I said, the other 3 are in the town square. Now, finally, I'm going to discuss about Decatur. Okay, Decatur has 15 signs. I actually showed you. Now, I will make a video presentation of this, but in Decatur, there are 15 signs. Most of them are downtown. There's one at the Decatur Public Library. Right at the stoplight, where the Decatur Public Library is, there's a great big blue sign. You can't miss it. Okay? One is right across the street from the old Milliken National Bank. So if you find the old Milliken National Bank, you look across the street, there's one of them there. 4 of them are located, 3 are on Park Street, and the other one is on Water Street. Okay, with the intersection of Park and Water, South Park Street and Water, there are 4 signs. Okay, and 3 of those 4 signs surround the Busey Bank. Okay, so if you find the Busey Bank, you're going to find 3 of these signs, and if you go a little bit further on Park Street, you're going to find the 4th one. Okay, out by the Decatur Airport, you're going to find a Macon County Museum, and there is yet another sign out there. Now, if you go on the north side of Decatur, and instead of going to the fairgrounds, because you can actually turn right to go to the fairgrounds when you're going up, I think it's 121. Okay, you go on the north side of Decatur, you go up 121 towards Warrensburg. Instead of going to the Macon County Fairgrounds, which is a turn to the right, you'll turn to the left, and there's a cemetery out there, and that's where one of the signs is. Okay? Now, right across the street from Big Brothers Big Sisters, you're going to find a big Abraham Lincoln statue and another sign. There was a business called Mary's Whispers in downtown Decatur. It's right across the street from Jimmy Ryan's. 2 signs are right next to Mary's Whispers. The other one is on the side with Jimmy Ryan's. Okay? And there is a sign on William Street and also on Main Street. The Main Street one is the James Milliken Homestead. You'll find a sign there. The William Street one I'll have to show you. It's right across the street from a guy's house. So I'll have to show you those physically. I will make a video presentation of both, or actually all of them, so you can see where these places are. It was just too dark tonight to do that by the time I got home. I had quite an adventure today. And it's not over yet. We are going to be going to Clinton. Now, one of the signs in Clinton is on the side of the Presbyterian Church. But there are other signs. One of them is on Marion Road. I do not know where that is yet, but I will find it and I will show it to you. So, without further ado, here is what I did throughout the day. You're now knowing where these signs are. Please do not count on Google Maps. They're wrong. Listen to me. I've been there. I've videotaped these signs, so I know what I'm talking about. Alright. Watch my video of what I did today. Enjoy yourself. There'll be more to come. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, it is once again Ted the Speedlearner, and if my hair's a mess, just don't mind it. I'm here to tell you it's about 2:15 right now. I'm going to be heading off to Springfield to get some Abraham Lincoln signs. I'm also going to head off to Riverton and Taylorville, and hopefully I'll be back in Decatur before 5 o'clock. I'm going to tape my journey on my old digital camera, which I have yet to give to my friend, and I'm going to actually tape the signs themselves on my new one. If I run out of space or battery power on my new one, then I will then return back to my old one. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do, and I'm not going to hold this camera while driving, that is very unsafe, so don't expect that. But what we're going to do is we're going to travel on I-72, which is actually 72/36, and then we're going to take the North 55 exit. Okay, we're going to go one exit up, okay, and then we're going to take Sangamon Avenue to a cemetery, okay, and it's a park cemetery thing. I'm going to show you that in the video, and there are 3 Lincoln signs out in that area, and I'm going to show you all 3 of those. And then once we're done, we're going to go back onto Sangamon Avenue, back onto 7236, but actually we're going to connect with I55, okay? Let me correct that. We're going to go from Sangamon Avenue to I55. We're going to take I55 south all the way past Lake Springfield, okay? We're going to go all the way past Lake Springfield, and the very next exit after Lake Springfield, we're going to take that onto East Lake Shore Drive. There are 2 Lincoln signs out there. And then after we find those signs, we're going to go to a little town called Riverton. Okay, we're going to go to East Lake Shore Drive. We're going to take that to what's called a Riverton Road. We're going to go to Riverton. There are 2 signs out there. And then we're going to take I-29, which is Illinois 29. We're going to take it all the way down to Taylorville, and there are 4 Lincoln signs there. After that, we're going to go back up 48 and come back to Decatur. So, the trip is this. We're going to come in on 7236. We're going to go to I55 North for one exit. Then we're going to go on to Stevenson, find the 3 signs there, come back to I55, drop straight down, go to East Lake Shore Drive, take that up to Riverton Road, travel to Riverton, get the signs there, go back down Illinois 29, go to Taylorville, pick up the 4 signs there, and go home. This should not take me more than a couple of hours. Alright, I will tell you more in a little bit. Stay tuned. Alright, we have arrived. I had to take Sangamon. It's not Stevenson, it's Sangamon Avenue. And I took it over to a place called First Street. And when I did, I discovered this little park. Now, In a second, I'm going to show you what's right behind me, and that is called the Oak Park Cemetery. And somewhere either in this park or in the cemetery is the very first Lincoln sign we're supposed to be tracking down. So give me just a moment here. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cemetery. As you can see, I am not driving, I am parking. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And look! A cemetery. And I'm going to tell you right now that either in this cemetery or in this park, we're going to find ourselves a Lincoln sign. So stay tuned. Get out here sooner. Alright, we are at, hang on, the Lincoln Memorial Garden and Nature Center. And if you go to the Lincoln Memorial Garden and Nature Center, you will find this. That's right, folks. So I guess Google was right on this one. Unfortunately, Google was not right, believe it or not, on the other three signs I was trying to pursue today. I'm going to keep trying to pursue signs until the sun goes down, but I'm starting to run out of time. So, stay tuned. Guess where we are, folks? We are actually in Rochester, Illinois, and believe it or not, we're about to find an Abraham Lincoln sign. Now this says, Abraham Lincoln and Martin Van Buren meet in Rochester, Illinois on June 16, 1842. Near this location on June 16, 1842, Abraham Lincoln and former President Martin Van Buren enjoyed an evening together with Mr. Doty in Rochester, Illinois. After serving as president from 1836 to 1840, Van Buren lost the 1840 election to William Harrison. In an effort to regain popularity, Van Buren was on a national political tour heading to Springfield from Terre Haute, Indiana. However, muddy roads forced him to stop in Rochester for the night. Springfield Democrats believed the small village of Rochester did not offer suitable entertainment for the former president. The group gathered refreshments and brought along the young Abraham Lincoln, at the time a simple country lawyer who was known for his storytelling. Lincoln was serving as a state representative in the Illinois legislature as a member of the Whig Party. Several sources confirmed that the two men hit it off. Van Buren later stated that Lincoln's storytelling and jokes provided him with one of the highlights of his life. Lincoln Van Buren Historical Association of Rochester, Illinois, June 16, 2007.